The entertainment world has always had its share of dramatic stories, but very few love stories have captivated international audiences the way the saga of Yaman and Demet Özdemir has. For years, fans have followed their every step, every rumor, every emotional twist that connected, and sometimes separated, these two stars. From the electric chemistry they shared on-screen in Erkenci Kuş, Daydreamer, to the whispers of a romance that blossomed behind the cameras, to the heartbreaking distance that later grew between them, their story has felt more like a movie script than real life. And now, in a stunning turn of events, the question on everyone's mind is, have the old flames of passion transformed into the steady warmth of friendship? Or is this just the calm before another emotional storm? It all began in 2018, when Can and Demet's on-screen characters set Turkish television on fire. Their chemistry was undeniable, the kind of natural spark that can't be faked. Fans across Turkey, Italy, Spain, and beyond became obsessed not just with the fictional love story but with the very real connection they seemed to share. Paparazzi photos, subtle glances at press events, the way their hands would brush during interviews, it was enough to make millions believe that the line between fiction and reality had blurred. The two actors never confirmed a relationship outright, but they never convincingly denied it either. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. As their careers grew, so did the distance between them. Can pursued international projects, building his reputation in Italy and becoming a global phenomenon. Demet focused on her acting career in Turkey, taking on challenging roles that showcased her versatility and depth. Life seemed to pull them in different directions, and by 2020, it appeared that whatever spark they had shared was extinguished. The gossip magazines claimed they were no longer speaking. Fans speculated about jealousy, misunderstandings, or even betrayals. The once golden couple of Turkish television seemed to exist only in nostalgic memories and old video clips replayed endlessly on social media. But destiny has a way of surprising us, and this story was far from over. Just recently, unexpected reports began to surface. Can and Demet had been spotted again, not as lovers, not as rivals, but as friends. The tabloids were quick to jump on the story, photos of them greeting each other warmly at a private event spread like wildfire. There were no cold glares, no forced smiles, just a quiet, genuine exchange between two people who had once meant everything to each other. And in that moment, fans around the world asked themselves, could it be true? Could their love, once thought lost forever, have transformed into a rare kind of friendship? For Yaman, friendship has never been easy under the spotlight. His intense personality, combined with the pressures of fame, often leaves little room for balance. Yet with Demet, there has always been something different. She has been one of the few people who truly understood his struggles, the demands of constant media attention, the weight of being a symbol, the loneliness of success. For Demet, Can has represented not just a co-star but a chapter of her life that shaped her both as a woman and as an actress. Their connection went beyond romance. It was a bond formed in the trenches of fame, strengthened by late-night filming sessions, whispered conversations between takes, and the shared burden of being watched by millions. What makes this latest twist so fascinating is the honesty it reveals. In a world where ex-lovers often turn into enemies, where broken hearts rarely find peace, Can and Demet seem to be writing a new kind of ending, one defined not by bitterness but by respect, not by regret but by acceptance. Friendship, in many ways, is even harder to sustain than romance. Love can burn brightly and then fade, but friendship requires maturity, forgiveness, and trust. If Can and Demet have truly found a way back to each other as friends, it speaks volumes about the depth of what they once shared. Still, fans are divided. For many, the idea of them being just friends feels almost unbearable. The world fell in love with their love story, and the dream of seeing them together again romantically has never died. Social media comments exploded after the first rumors of their renewed bond. Once a love like that, it never really ends, wrote one fan. Friendship? Please. They're still in love, I can see it in their eyes, said another. But there were also voices of support for the idea of friendship. It's beautiful when two people can transform love into something lasting. Not everything has to end in hate. The debate rages on, and perhaps that is the true power of Can and Demet. They keep people talking, feeling, dreaming. Behind the scenes, insiders claim that the reunion was not accidental. A mutual friend allegedly orchestrated the meeting, believing it was time for the two stars to close old wounds. Whether or not that's true, what we do know is this: Can and Demet are rewriting their story. Not with grand romantic gestures or secret rendezvous, but with simple acts of kindness, respect, and connection. And sometimes, those are the most powerful gestures of all. The world may be stunned, but perhaps we shouldn't be surprised. Great love stories rarely end the way we expect them to. Sometimes, they don't end at all, they simply change form, adapting to the needs of time and the growth of the people involved. For Can and Demet, love may no longer mean passion, but it can still mean loyalty, care, and the kind of friendship that lasts a lifetime. And who knows? In the unpredictable world of fame and emotion, today's friendship could be tomorrow's second chance at love. One thing is certain. Whatever shape their relationship takes, Yaman and Demet Özdemir will always have a place in each other's lives, and in the hearts of millions who continue to believe in their story. But why now? Why, after years of silence, would Yaman and Demet Özdemir reconnect, even as friends? Many believe it has to do with maturity. Both have grown, both professionally and personally. Can, now a global star in Italy, and Demet, a respected actress in Turkey, may have finally reached a stage where the past doesn't carry the same weight. Instead of regret, there is gratitude for what they once shared. For fans, this reunion feels like proof that their bond never truly vanished. Even in the years of rumored tension, small signs seem to connect them. Subtle interviews, mysterious social media posts, even the way fans link their words across continents, it always felt like an invisible thread tied them together. And maybe that thread has now transformed into something stronger: respect and friendship. Observers say their recent meeting was not cold or awkward but warm, even tender. A quiet smile, a lingering glance, things that suggested a spark still existed. Some insist it was more than friendship, others argue it was simply closure. But either way, the images spoke louder than words. Perhaps that is why their story continues to fascinate. Because it is not just about love, but about what comes after. About forgiveness, about transforming memories into peace. Maybe friendship is the twist no one expected, and the one that makes their story timeless. In truth, maybe this is why people cannot stop talking about Can and Demet. Their story isn't frozen in the past, it keeps evolving. Once they were the golden couple, then they became strangers, and now they may be friends again. Every chapter feels like a mirror of real life, where relationships don't always end the way we expect. And perhaps that is their magic: they show the world that love can change form, but it doesn't have to disappear. Fans hold on because deep down, everyone wants to believe in second chances.